Good evening, South Tama Trojan fans. Welcome to 3A playoff basketball live from Waverly-Shell Rock High School. I'm Darvin Graham. I'll be with you for the duration this evening. And here in about 6 minutes, we are going to have tip-off of this Class 3A playoff matchup between South Tama and the Waverly-Shell Rock Go-Hawks. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by all of our wonderful local winter sponsors that have been with us throughout all of these winter months for the basketball and wrestling seasons. A special thank you to them tonight as we are winding down our winter coverage here on Trojan Country. So thank you to Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sharn Weber's, Mark West and Hoyer Law, S&S Car Wash, Medicap Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, Mercy Care Tama, and the Tama Pump. Tonight's broadcast is an audio-only broadcast, as the rules for the Iowa Athletic Association dictate. So we have radio coverage for you tonight. You might be able to find their YouTube, a YouTube feed of the gym video online if you search for Waverly-Shell Rock. But we'll have live updates for you and live play-by-play coverage throughout the evening. We're just going to jump into this matchup here. South Tama coming in with a 2-19 record. They have wins against East Marshall and Meskwaki that have come in the middle of the season. And their last game out, they have been kind of on the shelf for the past week, getting ready for their playoff matchup here tonight. Last out, it was West Delaware at home. They took a loss in that one, 86-53. And South Tama really never got going in that matchup. South Tama, has had a tough time in the WAMAC this season, but some of the games, despite the box scores, have been different from night to night. This one in particular against West Delaware really never got started, as I said. The Hawks were up 24-8 after the first quarter and really never looked back. Leading scorers and performers in that one for the South Tama Trojans, Ivan Alvarado, the senior guard, led with 19 points and 5 rebounds. And Wyatt Capeyu, the senior forward, finished with 14 points and 4 rebounds. However, for West Delaware, they had 4 players finishing in double figures and got several second-string starters and bench contributors into the game as the lead kind of widened into the second half. For the Go-Hawks from Waverly-Shell Rock, at least during the quick stats era, which kind of dates back to the late 2000s, I don't believe South Tama has faced Waverly-Shell Rock in boys varsity basketball competition. I'm sure there have been some historical matchups that date back a little further than that, as Waverly not too far north from South Tama, but nothing of recent note. But anyway, Waverly-Shell Rock coming in with a 15-5 overall record. They are ranked number 7 in the Class 3A rankings from the State Association. They have losses to Mount Vernon, Charles City, number 5 Marion, number 2 Clear Lake, and number 4 Cedar Rapids Xavier Catholic. They have dominated their Northeast Iowa Conference with the exception of splitting games with Charles City. They recorded a 4-2 record against the WAMAC Conference this season by defeating Williamsburg, Center Point Urbana, Benton Community, and West Delaware. However, as we mentioned a moment ago, losses to Marion and Mount Vernon. Key players tonight for the Go-Hawks. And we'll just run through the starting lineup as well, just to kind of give you their starters here as we kind of talk about these players tonight. Excuse me. Number 2, junior guard Noah Frizzell. He's their leading scorer coming into tonight, or kind of tied for leading scorer. He's at 14.6 points per game. Cole Marsh coming in 14.8 points per game. Frizzell is a junior and is top 5 in the state as a notable stat, kind of from quick stats. He's top 5 in the state in free throw percentage at just over 92%. Then it's Cole Marsh, averaging 14.8 points per game. He's their leading rebounder, also leading the team in blocks and assists. He's kind of the do-it-all Swiss Army knife for this Go-Hawks roster, as it would appear at least. Then it is the younger brother of Noah Frizzell, Luke Frizzell, who is a sophomore. He's a 6'4" guard. He's averaging 12.5 points per game. And behind him is a bench player, Benny Ramker. He averages 10.2 points per game. Last year, the Go-Hawks finished second in their Northeast Iowa Conference with a record of 14-9. They ended up losing to Clear Lake in the 3A second round of the 3A playoffs. And before that, they had been kind of hovering around 500. But for about 3 years, right, 2019 to 2021. And in the 2010s, however, were a pretty dominant force in Class 3A, making it to the state playoffs 7 times out of that decade, 7 out of 10, not bad, and winning a championship in 2013. We'll get your South Tama starters here in a moment. We're going to take a break and hear a word from a couple of our sponsors. We'll be right back with your STC starters and the tip-off here from Waverly-Shell Rock High School. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for being with us here on Trojan Country. Located in the heart of corn and cattle country, Iowa Premium procures and processes only corn-fed Black Angus cattle that come hand-selected from family farms in Iowa and neighboring states. As Tama County's largest employer, the team at Iowa Premium are an anchor, not only in the beef industry, but throughout eastern and central Iowa. Iowa Premium, a national beef company. Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated. Sharn Weber's in Toledo serves central and northeast Iowa with the latest in heating and cooling systems, water softeners, plumbing and electrical installation, as well as expert service and repair. As a family-owned hallmark business from the South Tama community, Sharn Weber's is proud to support Trojan spirit on the field, on the stage, on the court, or in the classroom. When the job needs done, call Sharn Weber's at 800-542-7980. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. 2022 marks the 95th year in business for the State Bank of Toledo since opening in 1927. The State Bank of Toledo is Trojan Country's hometown bank, supporting its customers with loyal, friendly, and fair customer service. With 2 convenient locations, a full-service investment center, 24-hour ATM service, and online banking, you can't go wrong making State Bank of Toledo your financial services choice. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home in Tama is locally owned and operated, serving Tama, Toledo, and the surrounding areas. Cruzy Phillips offers both traditional and cremation services at the time of need, as well as pre-planned arrangements that give you and your family peace of mind. Through competent professionalism, the staff at Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home serves families with compassion and respect for their needs and wishes. That's why they offer services with unique options and attention to every detail. Obituaries and funeral home information can be found online at cruzy-phillips.com or by calling 641-484-3400. Marquest Law Office in Toledo is a proud Trojan Country sponsor and supporter of STC activities. Attorney Mike Marquest and the staff at Marquest Law Office are here to help during life's most challenging moments. The attorneys at Marquest Law specialize in a variety of areas, including family law, criminal defense, real estate, and civil litigation. With a growing staff of legal professionals, there's a good chance Marquest Law can handle your case. Marquest Law. We care, we listen, we can help. Call 641-484-8255 1001 or visit tamalaw.com for more. Welcome back in live from Waverly-Shell Rock High School. We're moments away from tip-off between this and this Class 3A playoff matchup between South Tama and Waverly-Shell Rock. Your starters for the STC Trojans. It's going to be number 2, 5'6" junior guard Cade Rosenberger. Rosenberger comes in averaging 7.8 points per game and is the assists and steals leader on the South Tama varsity squad. Then it's number 5, 5'10" junior forward Daniel Weiss. Weiss comes in averaging 7.5 points per game. Then it's the scoring leader, number 10, Ivan Alvarado. He's a 5'11" senior guard. Alvarado averaging 14.3 points per game. At a forward position, number 15, sophomore, 6'2" forward Kingston Davenport. Davenport is the rebound leader with the STC varsity squad. And down low, rounding out the lineup for the Trojans, number 50, 6' junior center Jeremy Dolash. Dolash coming in averaging around 1 point per game. Again, starters for the Go-Hawks. Number 2, Noah Frizzell. He stands 6'1". Number 4, Cole Marsh. He's at 6'6". Number 14, Luke Frizzell. He's a sophomore at 6'4". Then it's number 24, Jordan Cruz. He's a senior guard at standing 5'9". And rounding out the lineup, 6'4", senior forward Eason Newsom. At the center, it will be Newsom and Dolash. And we are moments away from getting this underway. The winner in this one will go on to face either Pella or Knoxville this Thursday, the 23rd, and that site is to be determined. All right, so at the center, it is going to be Marsh instead of Newsom. So it'll be Marsh and Dolash. The tip goes to Waverly-Shell Rock. And off we go. Cruz, the ball handler, brings it up, top of the key. And Newsom throws it away. Just a lazy pass there. And a loose ball picked up by Daniel Weiss. Here come the Trojans now on the turnover in their half court. Weiss hands off to Alvarado, way out by the half court line. Alvarado guarded by Newsom. The switch. Newsom switches to Rosenberger. Now back to Alvarado, still far in the perimeter. Not a lot of motion down low. Now Davenport comes up to the high elbow. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Rosenberger. Rosenberger stripped by Marsh. Marsh 2-on-1, going to try the fast break. And the shot clock goes off. Errantly, though, as it was the shot clock for the South Tama possession, and I think that kind of startled Marsh, and he coughs it up. So it's a turnover, the ball back into the half court now. Cade Rosenberger working it around to the right side. Now to Weiss, guarded by Newsom. Weiss in the corner, trying to find somewhere to move to. Alvarado might just have to cook here a little bit against Cruz. Alvarado, step back jumper off the front of the rim. Again, another shot clock buzzer sounds. It's a missed shot, rebound, Waverly-Shell Rock. Still scoreless here in the opening minute. Cruz will fire a 2, and it's no good. It was Frizzell on the miss, sorry about that. Still 0-0, South Tama comes down with the loose ball. Now Alvarado brings it up. Back and forth with Rosenberger. Ball still on the perimeter. Alvarado hands it off to Weiss, guarded by Jordan Cruz, the senior guard. Cruz more of a defensive specialist. Now to Dolash in the high post. To Weiss in the perimeter. Shot clock buzzer again 3 times in a row. South Tama forced into not a shot clock violation, but within 1 second So they have not found much room to work here. Here's Marsh, Cole Marsh for three, and it's good. First points of the night. Waverly-Shell Rock 3, South Tama 0 with 5:28 in the first quarter. Kingston Davenport kicks it out to Ivan Alvarado near the half-court line. Trojans looking to get on the board here. 3-0, they trail after a three by Cole Marsh just a moment ago. Dolash over to Rosenberger. He fires a three. Rattles in. Tie game, 3-all. Cade Rosenberger with the triple. Go-Hawks quickly get into the half court. It's Marsh trying to find Newsom down low. He skips it over to Cruz. Cruz, open look, takes a three and makes a three. So nothing but threes here so far in the first half of this first quarter. 4:34 on the clock. Trojans trail 6-3. Cade Rosenberger holding the ball near the half-court line, trying to pull out Frizzell. The zone defense for for Waverly-Shell Rock being pretty effective, but the lack of motion underneath the hoop is really not giving South Tama's guards much to work with. Alvarado just straight into traffic, forces a shot off the front of the rim, no good. Frizzell the rebound. On the fast break, Marsh picks up the ball and puts the brakes on. Swings it over, three-pointer by Luke Frizzell, and it's good. And so Luke Frizzell finds a three-pointer. And so it's 9-3, a timeout on the court. South Tama is going to talk things over, as we've had nothing but three-pointers here in this first quarter. South Tama, if there's one thing they could really look towards, or a pattern on paper anyway, if you're looking at this Waverly-Shell Rock team, the games that they have lost, their 5 losses, you really are drawn to the turnover numbers. If they can kind of force the Go-Hawks into foul trouble or into turnovers that they don't normally commit, that's when things can kind of go off the rails a little bit. Trojans back in the half court. Ball just got knocked out of bounds by Clay Draper. He was just checked into the game along with Luis Portillo. 3:41 first quarter. Waverly-Shell Rock leading 9-3. Trojans with the ball in the half court. So far, South Tama has gotten one three-pointer by Cade Rosenberger and have not had much for open looks other than that. Nice underhanded layup by Ivan Alvarado for 2. Alvarado just split the defenders. Nice little fake-out move there. There's another three-pointer, this time by Draper. It's off the rim, no good. Davenport the rebound. 9-5 the score with 3:05 on the clock. First quarter, Trojans with the ball. Alvarado near half court, guarded by Draper. Crosses over, pulls it back. Skips it over to Daniel Weiss on the right side. Weiss looking for Rosenberger. Open look, but it bounces twice. Marsh comes down with the rebound. Quickly forces it up the court. Now Benny Ramker also in off the bench. Passes off to Marsh. Portillo. Ramker in the corner. Three-pointer, and it's good.
Number 1, Benny Ramker for 3.
4 three-pointers here in this first quarter, and Waverly-Shell Rock leading 12-5 with 2:15 on the clock first quarter. South Tama just looking for answers. Here's a steal by Draper, getting the ball away from Rosenberger, and Draper scoring on the fast break layup. 14-5 now the score after the turnover from South Tama. 2 minutes to go left in the first quarter. Rosenberger draws a double team near the half-court line, passes out of it to Alvarado. Hand off to Weiss, still along the perimeter. Trojans oversized in most of these matchups here on the court tonight. Quick shot by Rosenberger as the buzzer sounds on the shot clock. It's no good. Ramker the rebound. Ramker into traffic. Gets the ball knocked away. And he gets in there for two. Easy layup from the left side for the junior, Benny Ramker. He's got 5. 16-5 the score with 1:08 on the clock, first quarter. Trojans maybe just trying to slow the game down. We've seen that strategy against a mismatched opponent in previous years. Now a turnover as Weiss tried to pass it down low to Davenport, and the pass was just off the mark. It goes out of bounds. 4 checkout for the Go-Hawks. Newsom, Luke Frizzell, Noah Frizzell, and Jordan Cruz come back in for the Go-Hawks. Here's Frizzell, corner 3, off the rim. Davenport the rebound. 37 seconds to go. Trojans trail 16-5. They have the ball, working it up the court near the half-court line. The trap coming on Rosenberger. He finds Dolash down low, and Dolash just skips it right back out to the perimeter. Trojans just trying to eat clock here, it seems like. Rosenberger to Dolash. 6 seconds. Alvarado, corner jumper is no good. And Frizzell, Luke Frizzell finishes off the fast break layup for 2 at the buzzer. 18-5 the score at the quarter break. We'll be right back after this. Thanks for joining us here on Trojan Country. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. If you believe in capturing meaningful moments, you've made it to the right place. The Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films are a proud supporter of Trojan Country and South Tama County activities. Located near Conrad, the Farmer's Daughter Photography and TFD Films offer an array of photo and video services, including family photos, newborns, kids and seniors, weddings, and commercial media. Check them out on the web at tfdphoto.com or on Facebook and Instagram to learn more. Welcome back as we start the second quarter. South Tama trails 18-5 against Waverly-Shell Rock here in Class 3A playoff action. On the court for the Trojans to start the second quarter. It's Cade Rosenberger, Ivan Alvarado, Kingston Davenport, Daniel Weiss, and into the game for the first time, Wyatt Capeu. Trojans with the ball to start with an 18-5 deficit. Rosenberger finds Capeu down low, kicks it right back out to Davenport. And Capeu drawing the foul and the bucket. We'll go to the line for the and one.
Foul on 34, Asa Newsom.
Fouls on Newsom, his first team foul. First foul at all in this game. Capeu misses on the free throw. Newsom the rebound. Here come the Go-Hawks. They've been pretty dangerous from three-point range tonight. Multiple players already sinking shots from 3. Cruzy, open look, and another three-pointer. Jordan Cruz, 2 3-pointers for 6 points on the night. Now 21-7 the score. South Tama trailing with 7:02 on the clock, second quarter. Student section starting to heat up here a little bit for Waverly-Shell Rock. Trojans do not have a student section in attendance tonight, or really any students at all. Here's Capello from the corner. Daniel Weiss dribbling inside, tries to scoot it over to Capello on the left side, and it just goes out of bounds. A little too much mustard on the hot dog, and it goes out. Turnover gives it back to Waverly-Shell Rock. They lead 21-7 with 6:33 on the clock. Second quarter, here's Cole Marsh on the three-point line, out to Frizzell, and Frizzell rattles in a three. 24-7. And a steal, this time by Luke Frizzell. Going to be a foul before the shot. Frizzell on the fast break. South Tama hadn't even got their defenders up the court, or their players up the court on that offensive transition, so there was enough to guard the fast break. It's a foul. The inbound pass to Luke Frizzell, a three-pointer, no good, and Daniel Weiss comes down with the rebound. The foul there was on Cade Rosenberger, his first, team first. Now the Trojans back with the ball in their half court. They trailed 24-7. Ivan Alvarado with the ball, well beyond the three-point line. South Tama has appeared intent on drawing time off the clock here in this first half in hopes of getting the margin narrow enough. There's a bucket by Wyatt Capello. He's got 4 to lead the Trojans. But a three-pointer by Noah Frizzell. These three-pointers just erasing South Tama's positive steps they make. Just to tally it up. 7 three-pointers here in the first half. Waverly-Shell Rock leading 27-9 with 5:02 on the clock, second quarter. Trojans still in the half court, moving the ball around. It's really looked like a game of keep away through this first half. Not a ton of movement. Here's Capello again. He tries a three this time. It's airballed right to Frizzell, and the Go-Hawks quickly work it up the court. Newsom from the elbow, out to Cruz. He tries a three, no good. And the loose ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. Second unit coming in for Waverly-Shell Rock. It's going to be Portillo, Ramker, Draper, and also Sam Rose. And we got a timeout at the 4:30 mark in the second quarter. Trojans down big, 27-9 here in this Class 3A playoff game. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. As partners in the community, Salt Creek Wind Project is committed to supporting Tama County's growth in a way that benefits all residents. Construction on the project will bring hundreds of new opportunities for Tama County's workforce and will allow workers to gain valuable, transferable skills. Hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue generated by the project will help improve county services, such as schools, roads, and emergency response. And the clean, emission-free power generated will support a more reliable delivery system in the county and beyond. To learn more about Salt Creek Wind or to join our coalition of supporters, visit saltcreekwindproject.com. Welcome back out of the timeout. Waverly-Shell Rock leading 27-9. There's a quick three-pointer that's missed by Clay Draper. Trojans come down with the loose ball, and it's Daniel Weiss to bring it up for the Trojans. Weiss splitting a double team, getting it to Capello, and Capello goes up strong against Marsh, but Marsh with his 6'6" frame just altered the shot. The loose ball gets recovered by the Go-Hawks. The fast break goes out of bounds, and so the breaks will get put on here for Waverly-Shell Rock as they'll gather and inbound from underneath the hoop. 4:10 on the clock, 27-9 the score. Inbound to Marsh, and Marsh just cuts right into the lane. Little hook shot from the right side. And Marsh now with 5 points tonight as the Go-Hawks lead by 20, 29-9. Cade Rosenberger handing off to Daniel Weiss. So far, South Tama has seen the most success with Wyatt Capeu, who came in for the first time to start the second quarter, excuse me. Capeu has gotten a couple buckets underneath the hoop. Otherwise, the perimeter shooting has been very limited. There's a foul, non-shooting foul against the Go-Hawks. It's going to be against Sam Rose, against Capeu, before he could get a shot up. Inbound pass to Rosenberger. Now Daniel Weiss to Alvarado. Rosenberger's pass to Davenport is picked off by Rose, and the dunk finish by Cole March. The crowd reacting. (31-9), the lead getting ever larger here at Waverly-Shell Rock with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Rosenberger guarded by Frizzell. Pulls it out near the half-court line. And Alvarado into traffic, kind of a hurried shot there. It's off the mark. Draper the rebound. Now Portillo from the right side, and he's stripped before he can go up for the shot. He goes out of bounds.
34, Asa Newsom in for the Go-Hawks.
Noah Frizzell and Asa Newsom check in for Waverly-Shell Rock. Coming in for Portillo and Marsh. Marsh getting his first break of the game so far. Inbound pass for the Go-Hawks in the half court. To Noah Frizzell, out to Draper, who fires a three. It's off the mark, it bounces twice. Newsom the rebound, he collects and finishes at the rim. Asa Newsom, his first points tonight. And now the Waverly-Shell Rock Go-Hawks leading 33-9 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Trojans again, slow paced in the half court. Rosenberger draws a double team. Alvarado keeping it along the sideline. Davenport in the high post to Weiss. Weiss tries to get it to Capeu. And Capeu draws a foul, non-shooting foul. Looks like it will be Noah Frizzell. Frizzell's first, just the second team foul, no, the third team foul against Waverly-Shell Rock. Two come out for Waverly-Shell Rock, as Cruz and Benny Ramker check in. Inbound pass to Rosenberger along the sideline. Now Weiss back at the half court. Minute 23. A pretty steady march through these first two quarters. So we've had few fouls, not even a ton of turnovers. South Tama has just kind of let their possessions go down to the wire and has missed several shots. Here's Alvarado stepping in for a two, and it's good. First jumper for South Tama, and a timeout called by Coach Dustin Pesca. Under a minute left in the first half. The South Tama Trojans trailing 33-11. So we'll be right back after this.
Medicap Pharmacy in Toledo offers free medication packaging and free delivery to surrounding areas. With convenient drive-up service and hours on Saturday morning, Medicap Pharmacy is always there for you. Visit with pharmacist Derek Townsend and his team by calling 484-6198 or stop by their location across from Fairway in Toledo. Medicap Pharmacy, locally owned and expertly operated. S&S Car Wash provides both automatic and hand wash services as well as detailing for your vehicle. S&S Car Wash, your local car wash destination with convenient locations in Toledo and Tama.
All right, a couple more seconds left in this timeout. South Tama will take the court after a bucket just a moment ago by Ivan Alvarado. One of the first, maybe the first jump shot that hasn't been a three. We saw a three-pointer from Cade Rosenberger early in the first quarter. But other than that, Alvarado had a shot underneath the hoop. 2 layups from Wyatt Capeu. So that jumper by Ivan Alvarado was one of the first made jump shots for South Tama here in this first half. Here's the Go-Hawks in the half court. Under a minute to go. Cruz. Down to Ramker, who fires a three. Weiss the rebound. 38 seconds to go. 33-11 the score. South Tama trailing. Weiss gets it to Capeu. Newsom dove in trying to steal it away. Goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Trojans, who will have 31.9 seconds on the clock. Capeu to inbound. To Rosenberger. Dribbles out near the half-court line. 18 seconds on the shot clock, just maybe 5 seconds separating shot clock and game clock here as we wind down the first half. Waverly-Shell Rock has been trapping. There's a nice steal, acrobatic play there by Newsom. The Go-Hawks throw it away, trying to get it up on the fast break. And it's Rosenberger to Capeu for the bucket underneath. 33-13, and the buzzer will sound. Wait 1 second here, maybe a foul. And we got a foul before.
Foul number 2, Cade Rosenberger.
All right, so it will be the foul, and that was just called right at the buzzer, so we'll go into halftime after the bucket by Capeu. The score 33-13, a 20-point margin at the half. We'll be back with the third quarter after this. Thanks for being with us here on Trojan Country. Welcome back live from Waverly-Shell Rock High School. Darvin Graham with you here on the call this evening. Trojans at the half trailing 33-13 as we start the third quarter here in a few moments. Pretty limited scoring for South Tama. Only 3 players getting on the board in the first half. Cade Rosenberger had an early 3-pointer. He has 3. Wyatt Capello leading the Trojans so far with 6. All of those have come from underneath the hoop. Capello did not see the court until the second quarter. It's been relatively successful compared to the rest of the Trojans lineup. Getting to the rim underneath the hoop despite a little bit of a size disadvantage underneath. And then Ivan Alvarado with 4. That's the Trojans scoring for their 13 points. Scoring for the Go-Hawks has come all across the board. In the first half, Benny Ramker had 5. Noah Frizzell had 6 with 2 3-pointers. Cole Marsh had 7 with a 3 and 2 jumpers. Luke Frizzell had 5 with a 3-pointer. Clay Draper has 2. Jordan Cruz with 6. And Asa Newsom with 2. On the court for the Trojans, it's the starters in the third. Dolash, Rosenberger, Alvarado, Weiss, and Davenport. Same starters for the Go-Hawks as well. First shot of the second half. Noah Frizzell fires a 3 from the corner. It's no good, and the Trojans come down with the rebound. Opening minute of play. 33-13 the score as South Tama brings it back up the court. South Tama has really made an effort to take as much clock off of, take as much time off the clock. I keep screwing that up. Time off the clock in each possession as they can. Despite the effort, though, the Trojans still trail by 20 and have not really found a scoring streak to augment the slow pace of things. There's a turnover as Daniel Weiss is called for traveling. Been a limited turnover situation for South Tama as they haven't really gone out into the open court much. 3-pointer that's missed by Luke Frizzell. Loose ball picked up by Marsh. Marsh on a double team down low. He kicks it out to Noah Frizzell. He'll try a 3. That's in and out, and Cade Rosenberger comes down with the rebound. 33-13, still the score as South Tama slowly makes their way up the court. Rosenberger guarded by Cruz. Top of the key. And he's stripped by Frizzell. Noah Frizzell out to Luke Frizzell. And he gets a 3-pointer.
Luke Frizzell for 3.
36-13 after the 3-pointer by Luke Frizzell. Trojans escape the trap underneath. Nice pass there by Daniel Weiss. Gave Dolash an open look underneath, but he couldn't convert. Go-Hawks the rebound, and they're back in the half court. 36-13. Noah Frizzell, just kind of a lob down low to Marsh. And Marsh finishes up with a little bunny underneath. 38-13. Again, kind of a 3-quarter press coming from Waverly-Shell Rock. The Trojans do get into the half court. With Daniel Weiss with the ball. And Coach Dustin Pesca will call a 30-second timeout as South Tama kind of struggling to work through the traps and double teams that Waverly-Shell Rock has been throwing at him here in this third quarter. Other matchups going on in this Class 3A Sub-State 7 bracket. Tonight's winner will face either Pella or Knoxville. Those two teams are playing over in Pella tonight. Similar records between those two. Pella coming in 12-9, Knoxville 11-9. I believe each round, the location of each game is getting determined as they go rather than a predetermined bracket, with sometimes adjustments needing to be made for a home team that loses early and then two teams that don't want to come to a less central location. On the bottom side of the bracket, it's Williamsburg hosting Benton Community tonight. Williamsburg leading the WAMAC West, and then rounding out the overall bracket, Des Moines Hoover hosting Grinnell. Hard to believe Des Moines Hoover in Class 3A now. Out of the timeout, it's Cade Rosenberger trying a three-pointer. It all but goes in as it just swirls around the rim and then poked itself out. Trojans tip the ball out of bounds, or force a tip ball out of bounds on the Go-Hawks half court. 38-13 the score, 5:14 on the clock, third quarter. Waverly-Shell Rock up big. Here's Cole Marsh, long three-pointer. Daniel Weiss tracks down the rebound. Rosenberger into a trap, picks up his dribble, quickly gets it to Alvarado on the other side of the half-court line. Alvarado guarded by Noah Frizzell. And he tries to pass down low to Davenport. And two defenders kind of strip it away for Waverly-Shell Rock. The Go-Hawks get the turnover. And now Luke Frizzell into the lane. Into traffic, goes up, no call. Missed shot, but Asa Newsom down low, able to clean it up for two. Newsom with 4. And there's another steal at the half-court line. Go-Hawks back into the half court, 40-13. South Tama still down big and have not scored in this second half. Here's Cruz underneath the hoop, and he will draw a foul as the Trojans just getting out a little ahead of themselves after the missed shot and kind of scramble situation. Wyatt Capello into the game. He gets the foul. His first personal. Inbound to Marsh, and Marsh, strong post move, going right around Capello. And scoring for two. Alvarado almost had a backcourt violation, but he gets the ball through two defenders to Weiss on the other side of the half-court line. Now Weiss from the right side in the perimeter, throws it away. Picked off by Cruz. Cruz gets it over to Luke Frizzell. And that'll be a bucket for two on the fast break. Timeout, Waverly-Shell Rock. As the second unit filing their way to the bench. Try and check in. The score 44-13. We'll be right back after a short break. Thanks for being with us.
Trojan Country fans, come on down to The Pump, Tama Toledo's #1 bar and grill. Located in downtown Tama at 218 West 3rd Street, The Pump serves up cold drinks, a warm atmosphere, and an amazing lunch on the regular. Check out the Tama Pump on Facebook for regular lunch and drink specials, as well as details on their latest events.
Coming out of the timeout, Waverly-Shell Rock leading South Tama 44-13 in this boys Class 3A playoff game. Opening round action here in Waverly tonight. Pella Weiss getting his first look tonight in off the bench, giving a break to Daniel Weiss. And Weiss has it stripped. Benny Ramker on the steal and the fast break bucket. Ramker having a nice night off the bench so far with 7 points. 46-13. South Tama yet to score in this third quarter. Mostly a second unit into the game here for Waverly-Shell Rock as the first string players might be done for the night. We got another timeout as Coach Pesk is going to try and talk things over again. South Tama has just had trouble moving things around in the half court. We'll be right back after this.
Located in the heart of corn and cattle country, Iowa Premium procures and processes only corn-fed Black Angus cattle that come hand-selected from family farms in Iowa and neighboring states. As Tama County's largest employer, the team at Iowa Premium are an anchor, not only in the beef industry, but throughout eastern and central Iowa. Iowa Premium, a national beef company. Marquest Law Office in Toledo is a proud Trojan Country sponsor and supporter of STC activities. Attorney Mike Marquest and the staff at Marquest Law Office are here to help during life's most challenging moments. The attorneys at Marquest Law specialize in a variety of areas, including family law, criminal defense, real estate, and civil litigation. With a growing staff of legal professionals, there's a good chance Marquest Law can handle your case. Marquest Law. We care, we listen, we can help. Call 641-484-1001 or visit tamalaw.com for more.
Coming in out of the timeout, South Tama just moments ago turns it over. The inbound pass is stripped away and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Ivan Alvarado, so the Go-Hawks have it in their half court with all second string players on the court here now. The lead 46-13. Waverly-Shell Rock has controlled the game throughout. There's Portillo underneath and finishing at the hoop. Luis Portillo, his first points tonight, making it 48-13. Trojans in the half court. Alvarado driving into the lane. Behind the back pass to Rosenberger along the baseline. Now back outside to Alvarado, guarded by Portillo. Alvarado slips, loose ball picked up by Capeu, and Capeu's shot goes in for two. First points of the second half come at the 1:45 mark in the third quarter. And South Tama down big, 48-15. Open look here for Clay Draper along the three-point line, and it's good. Minute 27 left in the third. South Tama back with the ball now, and they trail 51-15. Alvarado forcing his way into the lane, and it will be a foul called against Sam Rose, his second personal. First team foul as Kingston Davenport goes to the bench for Daniel Weiss. Trojans inbound from the baseline. Inbound pass to Pella Weiss. Now Daniel Weiss, guarded by Jude Landers. Landers getting his first look here in this third quarter. Landers goes out to guard Alvarado, who pulls it out near the half-court line. Alvarado driving right. Passes out to Rosenberger. Rosenberger found Capeu, who wasn't quite ready to receive the pass there, and Capeu just has to skip it back out to Alvarado. Rosenberger for three. Off the rim, no good. Draper picks up the rebound. Up the court to Portillo. Long three-pointer is airballed there by Sam Rose. He goes out of bounds. Trojans basketball. 11 seconds to go. We have continuous clock going here in the second half. 51-15 the score. Last second in the third quarter, and it's no good. Ivan Alvarado's shot rims out hard, and that will be it for the third quarter. 51-15 the score after 3 quarters of play. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this. Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home in Tama is locally owned and operated, serving Tama, Toledo, and the surrounding areas. Cruzy Phillips offers both traditional and cremation services at the time of need, as well as pre-planned arrangements that give you and your family peace of mind. Through competent professionalism, the staff at Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home serves families with compassion and respect for their needs and wishes. That's why they offer services with unique options and attention to every detail. Obituaries and funeral home information can be found online at cruzy-phillips.com or by calling 641-484-3400. Starting the fourth quarter on the court for South Tama is Cade Rosenberger, Pella Weiss, Wyatt Capeyu, Ivan Alvarado, and Daniel Weiss. The Trojans trail at the fourth quarter, 51-15. They have the ball to start. Here's Ivan Alvarado driving into the lane against Portillo. Portillo, the rejection. Just kind of a soft shot there by Alvarado. Now the Go-Hawks with some third stringers into the game. It's a turnover as Alvarado picked a pass out of the air, and he finishes at the hoop for two on the fast break. Caden Hutz into the game for the first time, as is Austin Surata, and he finishes a pass from Hutz underneath for two. 53-17 the score, with 7:08 in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer by Capeyu off the mark. Portillo the rebound. He works it up the court. Long three-pointer is good by Kellen Pugh. (56-17) after the three-pointer by Pugh. And the Trojans back into the half court here. As these third stringers have come on, we've seen some kind of bigger bodies down low. There's Alvarado going up against traffic and getting in the kind of floater for two. Alvarado now with 4 points. Alvarado took a dive looking for an offensive foul against Portillo, no call. Pugh outside, and a three-pointer by Caden Hutz. 59-19, all Waverly-Shell Rock here with 5:56 to go. And a little one-handed hook shot there by Wyatt Capeyu. Answers for South Tama. Pugh dribbling it into the lane. A little one-handed shot near the free throw line is no good. Capeyu the rebound. He's driving up the other end. Fast break. Bucket for two. So Capeyu breaks out here for 6 quick points. He'll go to the bench for Kingston Davenport. 59-23 the score, with 5:23 left in the fourth quarter. Portillo goes baseline, whips it out to Pugh along the three-point line. He drives in, and he'll be called for double dribble. Turnover gives it to the Trojans. Right at the 5-minute mark, South Tama to bring it up, trailing 59-23. Congrats to South Tama's 5 state qualifiers this past weekend. The Trojans had a very successful boys state wrestling tournament this year, having 3 place winners. Qualifiers, Jacob Youngbear, Mikhail Bear. There's a three-pointer by Cade Rosenberger. Amari Chavez, Rudy Papaki, and Gavin Bridgewater. Bridgewater finishing the highest among the bunch. Came out with a third-place finish at 195. Took a loss in the semifinals to the eventual state champion, Gabriel Christensen. There's Kellen Pugh with another bucket, this time right inside the lane. The score 61-26 here in the fourth quarter. More reserves getting ready to check in for Waverly-Shell Rock. So they're up big here. Kingston Davenport into the lane, draws a foul.
Foul on 54, Caden Hutz.
Caden Hutz with the foul.
15, Kingston Davenport on the line for 2.
And so that brings Kingston Davenport. I think this is going to be maybe the first free throws for South Tama here tonight at all.
42, Bryce Dean.
Damian Benner checks in for Daniel Weiss.
Damian Benner in for the Trojans.
Landers and Portillo come out of the game for Bryce Zien. And number 44, Nick Christensen. Capeu comes in for Davenport. Alvarado steals it away from Pugh. Alvarado 2-on-1, and he finishes at the hoop. 61-30 the score. 3:37 continuous clock in motion here. Trojans force a turnover on a trap underneath the hoop. Wyatt Capeu rumbling down the court, finishes at the rim. Three-pointer off the mark for Christensen there. Alvarado to Capeu. Capeu shot off the mark. Christensen the rebound. And so Bridgewater took third after the loss to Christensen, who went on to get the championship at 195. There's a three-pointer by Caden Hutz. He's got 2 three-pointers so far tonight in cleanup time. Rudy Papaki getting his first podium finish after qualifying for the state tournament each of the last 2 years. Came in 7th, winning his last match of the tournament. 2:29 on the clock, 4th quarter. Waverly-Shell Rock leading 64-32 with 3rd and 4th stringers finishing out the game here for the Go-Hawks.
42 Bryce Zean for Dave.
And Zean called for an offensive foul as went in hard into the lane. Had the bucket, but the foul is called as an offensive foul. Jonathan Ebersol and Ian Vore come in off the bench for South Tama as we get to the 2-minute mark. The Trojans trail 64-32. And then rounding out the South Tama wrestling finish at the tournament last weekend, Amari Chavez, similar to Bridgewater, ended up losing to the eventual state champion from Davenport, Assumption Catholic, by 1 point in the semifinals, and came back, finished in 5th place. Trojans back with the ball here in the half court. Vore giving it over to Capeu. Minute 33. Capeu, long 2-point jumper is off the mark. And another timeout for more substitutions. Caden Tim and Curtis Kiana check in for South Tama. Minute and a half to go. Waverly-Shell Rock will go on to face either Pella or Knoxville. On Thursday, Christensen for 3. Out there, Benner the rebound. Minute 15 on the clock. Vore dribbling it up the court for South Tama. Ebersol picks it up, getting it to Kiana down low. And Curtis Kiana for 2. Christensen tries another 3-pointer. It's no good. Kiana picks up the loose ball, gets it to Caden Tim. Tim brings it up, top of the key, dribbles right. Just go down low with it. Caden Tim nowhere to go, passes out to Jonathan Ebersol. He fires a 3, no good. Damian Benner pokes it out of bounds. Last touched by the Trojans, no, excuse me, the Go-Hawks. 23 seconds, 3-pointer by Tim is off the mark. Christensen the rebound. Christensen might fire one more here if he can get loose. Another missed 3-pointer, 6 seconds. Ebersol dribbles it up. He'll try a 3, no good. And that'll be it. Final score, 64-34. Waverly-Shell Rock advances off of a dominant performance here against South Tama in the opening round of the 3A playoffs. Thank you to our sponsors this season: Cruzy Phillips Funeral Home, Salt Creek Wind, State Bank of Toledo, Sean Weber's Marquess and Hoyer Law Office, S&S Car Wash, Medicap Pharmacy, Iowa Premium, Mercy Care Tama, and the Tama Pump. All of our broadcasts on Trojan Country have been made possible by the Charlie Townsley Memorial. And thank you to our co-hosts this winter season, Keith Kiana, George Cuter, Matt Bear, and Scott Bolin, who have been with us throughout the winter wrestling and basketball seasons. Couldn't do it without their support. And thanks to all of our South Tama Trojan fans for tuning in and being a part of this winter season with us. That will do it for us here on Trojan Country for the 2022-23 sports season, or school year, I should say. We'll be back with football coverage and volleyball coverage in the 2023-24 school year in August. Until that time, you can find us on Facebook and on YouTube. And thanks to everybody for tuning in and being a part of things here on Trojan Country. Get out and support South Tama County activities. A lot of good kids doing a lot of hard work and deserving of everyone's time in our community. Would definitely encourage as much support as the Trojans can rally here in their community. So again, thanks for being with us. Have a great night, and go Trojans.